The first light of dawn was just breaking when suddenly the valley of Hijr trembled with a painful groan. No wind blew, no one spoke. Suddenly, a mountain rock split open from the middle. Dust rose, light emerged, and from inside, a magnificent she-camel appeared. People trembled and stepped back. Someone said in a low voice, "This is the miracle of Salih, peace be upon him." The introduction to the people of Thamud. When the people of Ad were destroyed because of their arrogance and oppression, there were a few believers among them who followed the teachings of Prophet Hud, peace be upon him. Allah saved them. After the punishment, the wind was completely silent. In the valleys, there were only broken houses and the smoke of divine punishment in the air. The survivors looked at each other and said, "Thank God we listened to Hud, peace be upon him. If Allah hadn't given us shelter, we too would have been destroyed." These believing people left the valley of Ad and headed toward another land. The journey was long, difficult, and painful, but their descendants needed to search for new land, for water, prosperity, and peace. The caravans passed through the mountainous routes of Najd and Hijaz. Then they found a fertile, inhabited area, Al-Ula, where there were springs of water, gardens, and excellent fertility. Here, their descendants began to grow. From here, that nation moved forward, and then their offspring reached the valley of Al-Hijr, which today is called Madan Saleh. This was the beginning of the people of Thamud. The lineage of Thamud became a great lineage. Allah had given them physical strength, intelligence, artistic skills, the mastery to carve rocks, and a natural area to live in. Everything. These people would carve entire cities inside mountains. Such buildings that the walls were straight, the pillars tall, and the designs and engravings. Even today, humans are amazed to see them. According to the Quran, they built palaces in the plains and carved houses in the mountains. Their settlements had an imperial system. In the markets, there was light, trade, sounds, and at night, the glow of torches. In the valleys, there were orchards, the sweet fragrance of dates, lush green land. But then, forgetting to be grateful for the blessings, arrogance came. We built all this with our own strength and intelligence. The descent into arrogance. When power misled them, their hearts became hard. They made idols carved in the mountains into gods. Forgetting Allah, they began calling upon natural forces. May God give us great power. They had so much pride in their strength, wealth, and ability to carve mountains. They would say, "Who is greater than us in this world?" Oppression against the weak, taking away their rights, and considering the will of the chiefs as the law. It was all as if a human being abandoned Allah's law and made his own law according to his will, and then declared himself permanently exempt from it. All this seems familiar, doesn't it? Sorry. In the people of Thamud, corruption, transgression, and sin were common. Their famous saying was, "We carve mountains and build houses. Who can stand against us?" They began to consider the blessings as their own power. They forgot that Allah alone gives and Allah alone takes away. The birth of Prophet Salih, peace be upon him. In this very valley, in a noble family, in the house of Ubayd bin Mas, a radiant child was born. Salih, peace be upon him, from childhood showed gentleness, wisdom, light, depth of thought, and a heart inclined toward truth. All were evident in him. The elders of the nation would often say, "This boy is not ordinary. There is great depth in his words." When he became a young man, his demeanor was completely different. The glitter of the world did not attract him. He would spend time alone, remembering Allah. Then one night, Allah granted him prophethood. Salih, peace be upon him, went to his settlement and said to the people, Worship only Allah. You have no God besides Him. The leaders of the nation laughed. They said, "Until yesterday, you were our wise friend. Today, you're stopping us from our gods? We thought you were righteous, but now you're stopping us from things that have been passed down from our forefathers?" Salih, peace be upon him, explained with love, "This valley, these buildings, this nature, it's all Allah's blessing. Be grateful. Don't commit shirk, polytheism." But the nation's response was, "Don't talk without proof. If you are a true prophet, then show us a sign." The miracle arrives. The leader said, "Bring out a live she-camel from inside this mountain rock. Then we will believe." Salih, peace be upon him, went with those people near that mountain and prayed to Allah, "O Lord, you are the witness. Manifest your sign." Then, in a moment, the color of the valley changed. The mountain split from the middle. A wave of light startled everyone, and then a magnificent she-camel emerged from the rock. It was not an ordinary she-camel. In the Quran, it is called Naqatullah, Allah's she-camel, and a sign, a miracle. Its majesty, its magnificence. The eyes of the nation saw something like this for the first time. The miracle didn't stop there. The she-camel would drink water from the valley's well all day, and the entire well would become empty. People would get worried. All the water from the well is gone. But Allah had also given compensation for this. The next day, the entire nation would be satisfied with its milk. So much milk that every home, every animal, every child, everyone's needs would be fulfilled. One day, the camel will drink water from the well. So on that day, no one else will get water from that well. And the next day, you all can drink water from the well. Meaning, one day for the camel, and the next day for the people. Disobedience begins. But the nation could not tolerate this test either. The leaders said, "Our freedom has been taken away. A she-camel will rule over our water?" Their arrogance surfaced again. When some people started believing, a red wind of jealousy and greed appeared on the faces of the leaders. They said, "Because of this she-camel, Salih's respect is growing. If we don't do something, the nation will follow him." Then they plotted. Eliminate this sign. Salih's influence will also disappear. A rich woman said, "Whoever kills this she-camel, I will marry my daughter to him." The young men got ready. Tonight this she-camel will not survive. When the she-camel was returning after drinking plenty of water, the killers followed behind. First, one shot an arrow. The she-camel's leg was wounded. Then everyone attacked, and in one attack, they killed that sign. The nation cried out, "We have killed the she-camel. Now all the water is ours." This was the crime for which punishment was promised. Salih, peace be upon him, came. His face was pale, tears in his eyes. "O people, what have you done? You have killed Allah's sign. Now you have only 3 days left." They would not believe. "We don't see any punishment." But then the countdown to punishment began. First day, faces turned yellow. Second day, faces turned red, the wind hot, the sky red. Third day, faces turned black, the smell of death in the valley. "We made a mistake." And then before dawn, the sky trembled, the mountain shook, a terrifying sound from the earth, and then a scream, such a scream that hearts burst, souls left bodies. All the people of the nation were left lying face down in their homes. It is mentioned in the Quran. One scream seized them. The people of Thamud were finished. Salih, peace be upon him, stood at the edge of the valley and said, "I explained to you, but you did not like advice. The lesson. The plains today still bear witness that when Allah's sign is denied, nations are not saved by buildings. They are saved by faith. If you like this Quranic story, please like the video. Write in the comments which nation story you want to see in the next episode, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This was the story of the people of Thamud, and take care of yourselves. God bless you.